Hey, what's dope? I hope everyone had a great week last week. Okay, so this is interesting. You know what time it is? We're just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna make this really quick, a really quick weekly. It is for the 21st through the 27th. I hope everyone is preparing for a great week ahead and has a great week ahead. Interesting that when putting these cards up, it seems for like, wow, there's another one. Wow. Okay. Did not realize that this happened. And 3 cards from last week were in the incorrect decks. But as we know, everything is divinely led. It's the Divine Sensuality card, the Magic of the Coelen Druid, and Endurance. I'm just going to say, for whatever reason this is here, in whichever way this belongs to you, as we did have 22, which is for the commitment, the stability, okay, we have 9s, which are close to completions, okay, but you do have, remember, the caution and the secrecy, which was last week surrounding partnerships. And then you have 4 and 3, which is 7. And here is endurance, or keep going. So any of these numbers can be significant to you. I do see a lot of green, which when I usually see green, it speaks to me a lot about nature and also stability when it comes to like financial security, financial stability. So I see red and green actually. It's something with this. I'm getting Christmas energy. I don't know, maybe there are individuals preparing for some form of partnership or taking some type of action during Christmas time or close to Christmas time, or maybe people are just preparing for the seasons or the holiday seasons. And there's a lot of endurance that's needed here, possibly because of losses. I do see losses. It's just crazy that they're in this deck, and I didn't even realize that, as I haven't worked with the chakra deck since last week. You have the mind, throat chakra. We had throat chakra last week. So I do get the energy with these cards being here. You have compassion, and then emotional balance came back on top that we had last week. But with this, I still see connections, but something regarding the holidays and connections, where there's a lot of courage that's needed as far as you enduring whatever needs to be endured throughout this time. Yeah, because here we do have 10 with compassion. Okay, so there's something in regards to some situation in your life where you're having to be compassionate and show that empathy throughout this time, whatever it is. Like I said earlier, I felt the energy of like the loss of someone, or loss of a loved one maybe. But I also see caring connections, gentleness and acceptance as you I'm getting like reawakened. There's something you're reawakening to. Could be a partnership, okay, but whatever this was, it blocked your throat chakra. There was something that blocked your throat chakra, and with your throat chakra being blocked, it blocked your connection with another one in some form of a love connection, if it's love for you. Okay, for others, it could just be, you know, platonic, as we see. We know everything isn't, you know, love, but with the mind and endurance, okay, I do see a need of focusing on mental health. Silence and solitude, okay. I see the ability of reawakening to like learning more, or there's possibly something that you want to learn, or something you had to learn. This wants to come out, and it's personal boundaries. I get something that you had to learn throughout connections, or something that you are learning about the connections that you're involved in, and it's a need to just endure throughout whatever this situation is for you, okay? Being compassionate. As remember last week, we saw there was like a lot of people in some type of intimate setting. Base chakra wants to jump out, okay? So that's home, stability. Okay, remember, like I said, we saw some form of blockage within an intimate connection where there was multiple people. Okay, so what I'm getting if that's the case with these cards still being here, okay, with there possibly being some form of secrecy around these connections, okay, of course there's going to be a need for endurance, okay, and you being compassionate, being open, where this could have possibly been what blocked your throat chakra because it wrecked some form of stability. Okay, gut instincts wanted to fall. Okay, so there may be where that personal boundaries has come in or needs to come in because there's a strong feeling or something going on within some form of connections within your life. Okay, oh my gosh. Yep. Definitely. You have emotions, crown chakra, and honesty. Okay, so something that definitely blocked connection. Something that came in and destructed what was one. Okay, and divided it. Especially with this cautious and secrecy and making love or erotica here. Okay, it could have just been something within your life that blocked your connection with yourself. And I say that because on the bottom you have self-esteem. Okay, but even with either way that you see this, it's a form of there was or has been some form of a throat chakra blockage. Okay, where now you're open. Okay, you're open to being able to see. Okay, you have 4 and 3 here. Remember, we have 4 and 3 here. So you got 5 twice. Once with crown chakra, once with endurance. Okay, so opening your mind and clearing out your crown space, especially if there's some form. Remember, well, not remember. So earlier in the week, I had a message that came to me regarding head over heart. Okay, and how in some situations are we supposed to make head over heart decisions, and then in others are supposed to make heart over head decisions. That's the energy that I'm getting here. So it could be some emotional communication that's needed to be had here, where truth and honesty is spoken. Okay, where 2 people need to be open, or you need to be open with others. Take it how it applies. Okay, but something as far as imbalance within connections. Okay, regarding emotions. and you having to be open. You have Fox or clever. It says you are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you, and be open to romance. Okay, so if this, remember we saw trust last week, so if it has something to do with a blockage within an intimate connection, okay, it looks like it's starting to clear up. So with the throat and base coming out this week, whereas last week we had heart, throat, and sacral, okay, it looks like the emotional part has come into some form of balance, but there needs to be, there's still something that's not transparent about this situation, because there's still secrecy surrounding it, okay, and that's possibly why the endurance card is here. But it's like whatever it is, you're already aware, the mind and crown, okay, and with you already being aware, are you able to be compassionate, okay, show that compassion, okay, and move in the way you're supposed to be moving, okay? And it's calling for silence and solitude if it's needed to keep you grounded, stable, okay, secure within yourself, remember? Yep, because right behind it, look what comes back out. Gut instincts, okay? So like I said, it's something you already know. Because you're smart, okay? You have dolphin or play. It says swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. Okay, so whatever it is, don't allow it to block you. Okay, keep moving forward. Keep persevering. You can't allow whatever this situation is, people, places, things, whatever, to block you. Okay, why? Because you're balanced. Okay. Express if there's something that needs to be expressed within connections, and as far as communication, okay, be open to communication with others as well, okay. But I mean, you have confidence here twice, okay. So, and because you're smart, you won't allow this to, you know, I get really take you off a course in the way you know you're supposed to be going. That's what they're telling me. Excuse me. So we have swan or grace. It says, you who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirits of beauty. So, you know, like I said, not allowing whatever this is to take you off of course in the direction you know you're supposed to be going on, okay? Because like we saw last week, at the end of last week's video, I do believe it was, you know, life purpose, and you going in the direction that you know you're wanting to go as far as your dreams and your life purpose that will ultimately fulfill you, okay? Being blocked and stagnant by others and their, you know, I'm going to say antics, their negative pursuits and negative personas, and the things that, you know, people have tried to do to you as far as blocking your self-esteem or trying to put you into this space of emotional turmoil is what I'm getting, okay? Especially I see a lot of when it comes to like connections and partnerships, because here you have 4, okay, with the honesty card. You have 11 on emotions, which they typically say 11s are like the twin flame. You have throat chakra with 11 on it. Then you have 4, that commitment, that stability. Okay, remember we saw foundations. The mind has 11 on it. Okay, so a lot to do with this week. I do see a lot of intimate energy, but overall it was something that broke a connection where there's supposed to be intimate energy, or there it was, or could possibly be some form of intimate energy where there's secrecy around it. Okay, but you're aware. Okay, there's been blocked communication. Okay, could have been some emotional upheaval that blocked your self-esteem, right? But you're smart. Okay, you're clever. Okay, you move in secrecy where there still is, or could possibly, or could have potentially been some secrecy around a connection. Okay, but there's a call for compassion. Okay, remember we saw trust last week. This week is all about compassion. Okay, so take it how it applies. Could be intimate, could be platonic for you. Okay, it could be both. Okay, I do see a mixture of both here. So I really hope and pray these messages resonated with you in some kind of way. I look forward to speaking with you all next week. The main thing I saw as far as what you need to focus on when it comes to like healing in yourself is, let me show you. Could be you working on your base chakra, okay? But overall, it was the confidence is needed, okay? Because you're wise, okay? I see a lot of wisdom. Like I think I told you that last week, but I do see protecting your crown chakra and protecting your mind, staying out of your mind, okay, clearing the mental space. I do see unblocking the throat chakra and being honest in your dealings with others, regardless of, I mean, honestly, how they feel, because it's you expressing how you feel, and people should be able to accept that, because, I mean, that's adult communication. But like I said, as far as the self, with the self, this being a self-love Sunday read, I do see you moving forward, okay, through whatever this emotional time or period, or whatever this emotion upheaval or turmoil has been for you, okay, so you can rebuild your self-esteem and move forward through showing compassion, okay, being compassionate for others, compassionate for yourself, okay, gentle with yourself, accepting yourself, loving yourself, becoming whole again. They're showing me the example of like a flower, and how if the petals, if certain petals are plucked off of it, eventually the flower might just die off, okay? Excuse me. So they're saying be gentle with yourself and gentle with others. Show that compassion. But I see this more of like self, okay, for whatever this is that happened, okay, or it could be happening this week for you, okay. So I hope and pray this resonated with you again in some kind of way. I look forward to speaking with you all next week. I'm always here if you need me, and you can find me mainly on Twitter at Conscious Cornucopia. Look forward to speaking with you all next week. Have a good week and take care.